you're a Florida resident, now might be the time to purchase your firearms. A new bill passed by the Senate will soon hit you with restrictions. If you're not a Florida resident, you still can't assume you're safe. Sadly, this bill could quickly spread to other states, so we all need to be alerted to what it means for gun owners. The Parkland, Florida, school shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School last month was tragic and unacceptable. But, as usual, the left has ignored the facts to push gun control. It seems they won't be happy until all Americans are deprived of their Second Amendment rights. They have ignored the many factors that led to the Parkland shooting. The school was defenseless. On-duty cops refused to engage the shooter. Some of the shooter's close friends and family ignored the warning signs, while law enforcement seemingly ignored what was reported. We all know the FBI was notified about the shooter but did nothing. Yet, liberals want us to believe it was the Second Amendment's fault, and don't forget to blame the NRA and President Donald Trump, too. However, had existing laws been enforced, the Parkland shooting would not have happened. But the media fanned the left's hysteria, and we are looking at a new era of gun regulation and limits. The Florida Senate has just passed a new set of rules that will restrict Americans' gun rights. The law, which tried to give teachers the ability to arm themselves, was hit with a variety of limitations. It does not go far enough to protect students and empower teachers. On top of that, Florida residents will be faced with ridiculous new restrictions. Only specific teachers will be able to carry firearms. But the ones who are actually in the classroom with students, they're denied. The teachers who would be responsible for students, should the worst happen, will still be defenseless. What's worse are the restrictions that Democrats snuck into the bill. Florida residents will now be denied the ability to purchase a rifle until the age of 21. In addition, new waiting periods will be implemented, delaying citizens' access to firearms. We know that age limits only hinder Americans' access to firearms. They will do nothing to prevent shootings or other crimes. Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland shooter, had access to his family's firearms. Whether he bought them himself or not was irrelevant. Waiting periods would not have stopped him either, since the guns were already in his home. These limits only work to discourage Americans from exercising their rights. Liberals know this. They don't want the public armed and empowered. They'd rather have you defenseless, dependent on the government to protect you. Still, some Florida lawmakers complained, saying the bill does not go far enough. Those are just empty words from a career politician who does not care about the rights of Americans. She, like all liberals, will continue to use a tragedy to push their agenda. They will ignore the real causes of gun violence, writing laws that make us more vulnerable, not safer, but, in the end, that's exactly what they want.